In this video, we are going to tell you about a great children's book that has just come out that I think you're really going to be blessed by. We're also going to meet the author and learn the story behind the story coming up. Hi friends, I'm Paul Gibbs with Just Got Music Ministries, using music and more to help you on your Christian walk. And in this video, we're going to talk about a great children's book written by Treasa Snowman and illustrated by our good friend Ted Brennan. Now, Treasa wrote this book from lessons that she has learned in her own life, what God has been bringing her through. And she wants kids to know that He will do the same for them. It's a great book. I had a chance to interview Treasa recently and talk about the book, and we're going to bring you that interview now. We're talking about a book, and it's called Nancy the Giraffe and Friends. This is a great book written by Treasa Snowman, and Treasa, welcome. Good to have you here. So we want to talk a little bit about this book, and of course we'll end up at where you can get this. And yeah, so this is something also that Ted Brennan, our good friend Ted Brennan, has illustrated. So the book is just full of wonderful illustrations that Ted has shared. So let's go back to the beginning and tell a little bit about how this idea came to be. How did you, maybe how long ago you thought about doing this, and start back when it was just a dream.
Okay, I've been writing since I was a little girl.
I'll let you hold it.
And I've always dreamed of writing and publishing my own stories, but I gave up on that and let fear and insecurity steal that dream. And God has delivered me from fear and insecurity and given me stories about that to help others. Fear and insecurity, no boundaries. It can start in toddler age and go all the way up to the end of your life. Right. And it cripples you. It causes you to not fulfill the purpose and destiny that God wants you to do. Right. It really does. And
this happened.
Yes, and I'm just really super excited. First of all, for just people knowing that God is a restorer of dreams, and to never give up on your dreams, and to never give up on yourself or Him.
Yeah, for sure.
And that to allow others to help you so that they can use their gifts as well. Right. Because we all, I mean, if Ted didn't illustrate it and make it come to life with his pictures, it wouldn't have happened. Right. And I just think that God places people in your life to fulfill your destiny and your purpose. And I just really want to help people.
And I'm sure that it will. I'm sure that it will. So how did what was the first step going from this just being something you wanted to do to what was the first step in the chain of it coming to a book that you're holding in your hand?
The very first step was listening to God and knowing that I had to take the healing journey to get help for healing in my mind about the ways I've thought about myself, and stepping out of fear and giving my story to Marianne, who then gave it to Noreen, who then gave it to Ted.
Okay.
So just not giving into fear anymore. Right. A fear of what people would think, fear that it wouldn't be good enough. That was the first step, stepping out of fear and trusting God. And He put the right people in place to make it happen.
Right. So. Awesome. So you met Ted, and I think I heard you say earlier that you're a writer, but you're not big on drawing pictures.
No.
Okay.
I cannot draw.
Okay.
But I love to write.
We won't ask Ted to be on camera, but we will put a picture of Ted in here, Ted Brennan, who some of you know is also a great poet, and he and I have put some music together. But talk a little bit about that. I heard you say again earlier before we were on camera about people us combining our gifts.
Oh,
and
yeah.
This is a perfect example of someone's gifts, Treasa's gifts as a writer and Ted's gift as an illustrator. It's awesome.
Well, the story didn't come to life for me until I was at Ted's house, and he said, sit down, this is your story, you're going to read it, and I'll put the pictures out. And
wow.
He put the pictures out as I read, and
right.
It actually came to life.
Oh.
And it did not come to life until he drew the pictures to go along with the words.
Yes.
So our gifts made it come to life. They complement one another.
What a lesson for us all, my friends, to remember that your gifts can be combined with someone else's. Not to let fear stop us, because fear can put that brick wall, and we'll never fulfill our destinies. We'll never fulfill the purpose that God has given us. Yeah.
I asked Treasa to tell us a little bit about the 3 stories that are contained in the book and some of the characters that are involved in those stories. And also, what message would she like kids to take away and receive from this book?
In the first story, Jimmy the Turtle conquers fear. Before he conquers fear, he hides in his shell all the time. When his friends are having birthday parties or having fun or going swimming, he won't go swimming, he's afraid of the water. He won't go to the parties because he's afraid that people will make fun of him. And he just let fear consume him. He spends most of his time in his shell until one of his friends, the frog named Robin, is drowning and there's no one around to help her. The second story about the giraffe, Nancy, is just teaching her not to compare herself to the other animals, that he does have a special gift for her, and there was a reason why he made her a giraffe, that she learns to understand why he made her a giraffe. And the third story, Nancy the goose that talks too much, she was ignored as a child, and so she learned to talk a lot and craved a lot of attention. But God worked with her to just know that she needs to learn to listen sometimes, that he loves her and that he would never ignore her. So what I want children to get the most out of this book is that they're fearfully and wonderfully made by God, and that they have a purpose and a destiny, and that he took his time making them, and he loves them, and he gave each one of them gifts and talents, and he knew exactly what he was doing when he made them, and they're not a mistake. And they shouldn't let fear get in the way of what God has for them to do.
So, what next? What comes next?
Amazon, probably book signings, I'm guessing, hoping,
Yeah,
praying.
that'd be great.
Yeah, this is my first book, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who are going to help me with the next step.
Yeah.
Which,
More books coming?
yes,
Oh,
I'm working on more books.
Awesome.
Yeah, there'll be more.
That'll be great. That'll be great. We want to thank Treasa for being here and sharing this book with us all. And again, by the time you see this video, friends, it will be available on Amazon. And we'll put a link down below the video where you can get that and any other information that you need. I think this is a great book for kids, but not only that, but for a lesson for all of us that fear, it's a barrier, but that needs to be broken through.
Yep.
And we do it with God's help. And we're following what He is, the leading that He is, that He's giving us, and this is a great example of that. So thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
That. Yes, friends, we'll see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Don't forget to subscribe to the Just Got 55 channel if this channel has been a blessing to you. If you have questions about Treasa's book, please leave them below. Send a comment and let us know what you think of this. And if you've read the book, please send a comment. We would love to hear that, and that would be much of an encouragement, I'm sure, to all of us to know that that Treasa's gift is being used, and Ted's gift as well. Until then, take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.